Alright folks, we just turned off of I-40 at Jolly Road. We're between Seligman and Kingman, and there's a little dirt road. You're going to go down a few miles, and it is gorgeous. People got their ranches all around here. So we're on the dirt road. There's somebody's gate ranched off there, solar panels over there, another gate over there. No hunting sign. Some survey tape, a road, and another gate there. Let's show them around. That's antelope court. And this looks like a county maintained gravel road. It's not a primitive road. Some people might say it is. Oh, they have underground natural gas here. Natural gas through here. Look at that mountain right there. I think that's Cross Mountain. This 160-acre ranch, or 440s, is going to be right on the other side of that mountain. And there was another dirt road to turn down a minute ago, or about a mile or so back, but my GPS is saying take this road to the ranch. Now there is 2 or 3 ways to get here, but our buddy Justin says this is the best, quickest way, so I'm going to do that. Alright, so our little dirt road's going to take us back under I-40 right here. Now we could have made it in our Volkswagen Bug, but we've taken our 1987 Samurai Jeep. So there's Little Lake. Little Rocky. Little Rocky. And we have a very old, cheap GPS from a yard sale for about 20 bucks, probably a 5-6-year-old Garmin, and it sees the dirt roads. So it's going to follow this dirt road, and then 3.9 miles after you go under the interstate. Living it and loving it, yeah. Ooh, look at how gorgeous this is. Alright, we've came about 3/4 of a mile, and there's another cross dirt road. I see a state survey marker. Somebody's got 3 rocks up, but straight ahead our GPS is following this trail to the penny. Gorgeous. Alright, we are about halfway from Interstate 40 to the ranch, and it's just awesome. And the GPS still following the trail. We're about to go to the right. And there's a little wash out there. But we're definitely in the forest. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, living it and loving it. Late afternoon. We're going to come back here tomorrow morning too. But we're probably 300 yards from the land, but I seen this berm. You know what, I bet you they made this cofferdam to catch the water. Sure enough, you have a lake right here, a lake right there, and the road curves right around here, and the ranch is right over here, the 160 acres or 440 acres. Just gorgeous. Get you some other views and keep you going on the interview here.
just got done talking to a couple guys. Been hunting here all their lives. And they're out hunting javelinas. So there's deer, elk, sheep, javelinas, lakes. And they say there's a lot of springs on the other side of these mountains. And some people just come and bring their RVs and park them. So a third of a mile, 0.3 of a mile to the middle to 40 acres on the north side. And people are building all over the place. They're little hideaways. Are you zooming in?
Mm-hmm.
Zooming out. I'm going to get you another spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cattle going down to have water, the deer, the elk, the javelina pigs come here, coyotes, they probably all go over there. Looks like some fish, something jumping in there in the little pond. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here it is. I believe it is the 8th or 9th, maybe the 10th of February. Been out here at the Tucson show, and we've been talking about this 160-acre ranch that's actually broken up into 440 acres, and it's called Fort Rock Ranches 1 through 4. And we're going to probably sell them all together this evening or some evening here. But we're on RR1, Red Rock Ranch 1 here, and it is 40 acres square here. And there's a new survey flag up on the side of the hill. This is the dirt road that's going to bring you right here. A couple other little roads that go along. This road keeps on going that direction, and it'll pop out, go back up to I-40, but all kinds of road here. But it's a quarter-mile square each way, so it'd be a half-mile walk to go half of it. 1 mile all the way around this 40 acres. Now, I believe this one here might have a camper on it or a cabin or something like that. But there's all kinds of deer, elk up here, cattle, and the grass is short because the cattle are running all through here. You've seen some of those in the footage, but there's javelinas up here. That's a little indigenous, looks like a pig, elk, black-tailed deer, no telling what else. So we got the Jeep parked over here, and we're gonna go about a quarter of a mile and see if there's a survey marker there. Real good survey marker up there. And I think there's going to be a cabin or a trailer somewhere on this flat area here. But you actually own the valleys and the mountains here. Beautiful. There you see the Jeep. And the northwest corner of this property is going to be right up on that hill, about right there. And I'll take you up there. And then it goes a quarter of a mile down through there. And then it's going to go a quarter of a mile up this valley here. And then I believe the back post is going to be over that top of that mountain right over there. All right, folks, there's an old Jeep trail, so I followed it, and sure enough, there is a cabin on this property here that I guess somebody's going to inherit with this one right here. Doesn't look like anyone's been up here in a while. Let's check it out. And here we go. There we go. We're not even halfway up here yet on the first 40 acres. Little trail. And it looks like they had some water. There's where they did their campfire. Oh, there's a grill, a couple campfires, another little walkway right there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, looks like the cabin needs a little work. But you still got something here. You could shore this back up. Maybe the floor got weak right there. It looks like somebody vandalized it, maybe, or maybe someone took that off. But there's some silverware for you, too. You still got a frame. Actually, somebody did a lot of work in here at one time. Had tile floor, a brick floor here. They probably had a wood-burning stove right here. That was a door. Looks like it had another window there. Maybe a window there. There's another room around here. Kitchen table, a loft for sleeping up there. The wood don't look that bad. Hot water heater for propane. And some electrical wiring. Yeah, you could bring up a bunch of plywood, some 2x4s, 4x4s, clean it out. You already got something started here, so you probably got $2 or $3 grand worth of material here and already layered. Lumber doesn't look that bad. Oh, and yet we had a hole cut out there for the wood burning fireplace, and I think they put propane in. Yeah, there's a propane pipe. They had a sink right there. Alright, looks like they were had another fire pit going on, or gonna make something. Maybe they're gonna make an outhouse there. But I also noticed that the cabin is on concrete foundation blocks there too. What kind of roof is that? Rolled asphalt roof. Hidden. That's what the folks like to do up here. Look at this glorious trees. Pinion pines, junipers, cedars, mountain hollies. Probably some ponderosa pines in here too, but let's go see if we can make it to the next corner up here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Now, after we left the cabin, the property line is off to the right, and it goes up this hill. We're about 3/4 of the way to the southwest marker of the first ranch, the first 40 acres. And what you have is that valley down there and a valley here. So a 1/4 mile, we haven't made it a 1/4 mile, probably another 300 feet, so we've made it 1,000 feet. 1,000 feet back, 1/5 of a mile, takes you to that hill over there. So you have that valley running to the east, and then we'll swing the camera around. Then you own this valley here, and then you own that mountain too. So awesome, fantastic hunting, and there's pinion pines everywhere, cedar. So you have firewood you could sell, pinion pines you can get in the fall. Hunting, you could probably have a little greenhouse garden here. Fantastic. Show them. You own the side of this hill. You're going to own that mountain. You own that valley. You own part of that valley. It says probably another 430 feet. Right up there. So it might take you to the crest of this hill over here. And doing this all on a little cheap 5-year-old GPS. Huh. We're up on top. Now it says 130 feet, but there's prickly pear up here, mescal, and a lot of yucca. This is a yucca right here. And the stalk is good for making a fireboard starter. The Native Americans made a soap out of it. The yucca pulp, they could mash it and weave it. So that's yucca right there. Flowers out really nice. But good for making fires, making soap, making material. 130 feet. Hopefully there's a nice big white marker. But we're up here. You're owning mountains and valleys. I see another camper down in the valley, and I bet it's going to be on one of these properties here. It might be that RV we stopped and filmed. It might be right on the other side. More tall yuccas all over the place. All right, ladies and gentlemen, finally, here it is. This is going to be the southwest marker of Fort Rock Ranch 1. So, all the way to the north in that valley, and then up about 400 or 500 feet, and it's going to be a quarter of a mile back to that hillside over there. So you have the and this is the first mountain climbing I've done here in about a year or so, but we're up here probably 6,000-7,000 feet, pinion pines everywhere. But again, the southwest corner here, an old cedar fence post is your marker right there. And then it's going to be a quarter mile due east, which is probably going to be on top of that mountain over there. And then there's another one that goes a quarter of a mile this way, quarter mile back. Altogether 160 acres. Well, we're going to be back here again tomorrow. We're making a weekend adventure out of this 160 acre Fort Rock Ranches. All right, cameraman, let's head this way. All right, folks, we're following the property line as best we can going back down, but isn't this gorgeous? Look at that sunset. Alright folks, so there's little terraces where it's easier to walk, and the pinion pines are just amazing through here. Just the firewood you got on this got to be a couple $100,000 maybe, because it's going for big money. And I've told you about the javelinas, the deer, and the #1 game that people like to get is elk. And I just spotted an elkhorn right here. Look at the size of this elkhorn. Wow. And they gather these up and they send them to China for big money. And it looks like it's probably within a year or two. This one's came off. Still can see the porousness there. It's in good shape. That's a heck of an elkhorn. So that would be coming out of one side of the guy's head right there. Give you an idea how big he is. Wow, cool. All right, ground score. I see the Jeep too in the valley. See the Jeep? And there's the cabin over there. The Jeep's in the valley over here. Hope you're enjoying the hike. All right, folks, we've came to a nice clearing. The valley opens up. We're probably 2/3 the way down from the top that we were at, but not even halfway. It's probably 1/8 of a mile from the middle of the valley you own here up to the corner of your property. But there is the cabin right there, and then in the valley there's the Jeep right there, and then you're going to own another 400 feet going up the side of that hill over there. Kind of gives it in perspective for you, and we will be shooting some aerial footage tomorrow with our special drone. There's a cute little Christmas tree. It's actually baby pinions all through here. Oh, check this out. Here, honey. There is a baby pinion that deer or mountain goats or something were doing a rut on. I hope there's enough light, but 50, 70 yards ago I found half a set of elk antlers. But here is a baby juniper tree, and it has been kind of smashed up. This is either black-tailed deer or the elk. They go and they rub their horns on it. And look over here, this one's been rubbed too, but the bottom of this one, so he comes out here in the open or sharpen their horns. That's in the rut season. So probably black-tailed deer here. This is kind of short for an elk right there. Might be bighorn sheep up here too. But it's starting to get dark. I hope we got enough light, and we need to make it back to the Jeep because we weren't planning on camping out tonight. We could though. There's our Jeep, and it looks like there's like 9, 10 head of cattle that's come to check out that strange looking cow. Big red cow. And cell phones work. Hey, Nathan. It's Nathan calling from the studios. We're out here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here it is Sunday. I believe it's February 10th. It's nice to not know for sure what day it is, but we're out here at Fort Rock Ranches, and we're standing on one of these 40-acre ranches. They're all four right together. The road leads you right here. We've been here for a couple days exploring. It's just wonderful, getting real kick out of it. Found some elk antlers last night. There's a cabin over there hid that needs some restoration. Your land's going to go part way up the hill over here. They made another drive and another place to put a camper RV over here. We'll show you that, and we'll take you to the middle. We got our drone will be flying up here. Pinions, junipers, cedars, mountain hollies. We got it all here. And there's our Jeep on the road. And it's the dead of winter. Now this cabin's going to be up here about 100 yards, 200 yards, and you're going to own up to the side of the mountain over here, and then a quarter-mile back, which we haven't went to that middle marker yet, but we'll be going there later. Quarter-mile that way, and all across the valley, somewhere up around there. We'll go find that for you. And they have another camping spot behind those trees. All right, you can still see this dirt road. It gets bigger. It keeps going that direction. Another way you can come in, but the dirt road we came in is about 4 miles to the interstate over that direction. Now, I can see they made a path and a camper pad over here that's on your land. Let's take a look at that. And a previous owner had cut this little pad right here, and you can see this has been leveled out, cut into the side of the hill here. yet you still have great views of the valley looking back towards Flagstaff, your pinions, cedars, junipers, mountain hollies, and you have a nice area. You can put a big motorhome up here, campers. Trail goes a little bit farther, and your land's going to go up the side of this hill, which is where we'll be taking you next. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, the northwest corner of the whole 160 acres, or for this Fort Rock Ranch 1. You have a stakes marker right here, and then to make it easy to find your property, a big PVC pole, couple of flags down there. So this high up this mountain, all of the valley, past the Jeep. Actually, the border of the property's in front of the Jeep, in front of that other tree there. Back up, probably halfway up that mountain, and then you have that valley and this valley. Incredible. So there's the Jeep. The property's running in front of the Jeep up that next mountain. Now the property line's actually in front of the Jeep. And then it's going to go up the mountain, and then there's the other valley to the left. So 1 mile around each of these 40 acres. Look at that, gorgeous. Some of the best hunting in Arizona right here. Again, the Jeep right there, property line on this side, down this hill in the flat is where the RV was made. You're going to go up behind that tree there, 1/4 mile, which would be in the middle of the property. That's where we're going next. But look at the views. You can see Mount Humphreys, north of Flagstaff. Through this valley right here. Alright, now we're going to try to go to the middle of all 4 of these so we can fly our drone. Here we go. We're coming down. I see the Jeep, but I also can see the cabin hidden in those trees there. And there's a nice building location or camping spot, RV, trailer. And we're gonna head that way. Look at all of these pinions. We've never had a piece of property that had this many pinions and yuccas and mezcal, mountain holly, cedars, native grasses. Now back down in the valley. And the Jeep disappeared. The RV pad's over there about 50, 70 feet. There it is. Alright, going down the road here on your land, kind of in the valley. So you got basically on the property line right now, and it looks like somebody's got some stakes here. Maybe that's just for the road. Okay, now the property line's on the right side of the road. Alright, coming down a nice trail that goes around the edge, and it's coming right up to our corner here, and I just found a bunch of a pretty fresh elk sign. Alright, so there's a little rebar in the ground and red flags on the tree. So now we're at the northeast corner of Ranch 1 and the northwest corner of Ranch 2. Now we're going to head straight back a quarter mile due south. 180 degrees. Turn that off. Save my juice. I got 3 GPSs with me, but here's a elk scat. And probably 3-4 days old. So onward we go, but you'll see the nice trail here. So you're going to own that mountain, down the valley, over the hill in the next valley. Alright, let's keep making time. Alright, something's been staying and laying here. This is very fresh pinion nuts all over, pine cones. I think elk. I think we're following an elk trail. Alright, real fresh elk scat. So that was like 100 feet. So we're definitely on an elk trail. And they bed 2-3 trees away. That's where they were bedding down. Alright, about another 200 feet, we'll be in the very middle of this 160 acres, and then we're going to fly our drone. But a lot of animal trails and terraces. It is hilly up here. We are in the mountains, and this is a evergreen mountain forest. The dead of winter, and it's just green all around us, except for the brown grass. Wow.
Now I'm filming Jeremiah walking down the game highway.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, the center of these 440 acres, or the 160 acres. Some survey tape right there, and it looks like this was the monument marker here with a little bit of rebar pipe stuck into that. Looking to see if there's any other markers, but GPS says it's here, survey tape. So we're here. So now we get to get our drone out, and we're gonna fly it all over this area. We hope. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, we've went and flown back and forth across these 40s, up that valley for you, back around circles. We used one battery up, we're going to put another battery in, and then take a look at all around here. Then we'll hike down, filming from the ground and the air. It's cool. Alright, the drone footage is done. We've walked on all 4 of these. We're going to take you around for some more looks. We're on top where all 4 of these 40 acres meet. And it is a forest. There's your mountain hollies. There's some prickly pear cactus. There's a juniper. There's a cedar. There's a pinion. It is absolutely a forest. Now we're in the southwest 40. I think that's number 4. That's a mescal. That's what they make tequila out of, one of the varieties of it. There's some prickly pear. There's a little baby. Looks like a Scotch pine, but it's really a pinion. Nice and level up here. Walking right down the lines. Here is the southwest 40, southeast 40. Comes right on top of this mesa. And you can see where the elk, this is just some of the heaviest elk country I've seen. There's my faithful companion.
Hello.
Elk sign. Look at the size of those elk prints, fresh too. Very fresh. We might even scare them. Oh, looks like they've been bedding in this area. I mean, there is so many pinion pines here, and this is a elk playground. This is where they're eating, they're hanging out. There's a trail that goes that way, a big trail that goes this way. Well, this is more like the elk highway right here. Just look, elk poop everywhere, elk tracks. You can see they laying down there, laying down there, laying down right there. We're actually walking straight south along the border of the 2 southern 40 acres, and still a 1/10 of a mile to go, 528 feet that way. And deer tracks through here too. Deer, maybe elk, deer and elk. Yeah, that's elk for sure. Okay, we just seen either deer or elk running through the trees. can't say for sure what it was. 4-footed, good size. Deer and elk. Just got a glimpse of them running. Wasn't running too fast. Ooh, doggies. It's getting late afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. But here we have a survey stake with red tape on it. So now we're at the south end in the middle of the western 40 and the eastern 40. We've showed you that one a lot better. So now we're going to head straight east, try for a quarter mile, but we only have maybe an hour of daylight left. So we got to be hurrying because the sun's going down. It's already getting chilly. It was about 72 today. I just looked at my phone. It says 51. It feels like it's 40. And I'm used to Florida. Yeah. All right, something I wanted to point out, we're on the southeast 40 now, heading to the east, kind of on the southern border. But take a look at the grass here. The cattle aren't coming up here. It's went to seed. Native grass is very high in protein for the cattle, the deer, whatever. And then we have a juniper tree here. Still has its berries on it. Prickly pear, which you can eat that. Cut it. They make jams and jellies out of it. But the thing I'm noticing, the cattle aren't coming up here. They're staying down in the valley, close to their water tank. And they've got the grass there eaten way to the nubs. Starting to go down a little bit. But good rich grasses, rocky but good soil. Now there's some cow has been up here hanging out with a deer. The trail we were on, but the border's over here. Look at that huge cedar tree. I'm still amazed by how many elk are up here. They're hard to see when you're walking around like this, but you can see the elk track. But look, they were laying here and bedding here. Now here's an interesting anomaly. What do we have here? All right, I'm always looking for anomalies, and if you can see, there is about a 30-foot, almost a perfect circle raised up 3 foot. So had this been a Native American campsite? Did somebody have a cabin on here? The center is depressed a little bit, so maybe there was a fire pit here at one time, but some kind of strange anomaly. There's a trail that way. There's a trail there. There's a trail there. And we're going this way. All right, we're a little bit north of the line, and we're about almost 2/3 of the way to the east. Now it's going to start going down again, but looks pretty gentle from the map here. And then we'll head back to the north. And just still, everywhere we look, it's just... And I thought I'd seen some more deer or something running, but you just get a flash of something running. We're noisy. Elk, they'll run away from you and then stop and turn around and just listen for you with those big radar ears they have. So we're probably being watched right now by 20 different animals. Okay, definitely antelope. And this time I seen 3 of them, not 50 yards from me, running that way. It's getting late, but look how they have rubbed this one. They rubbed all the hide off that giant yucca. Now we're almost to the end of this property, so you have a highland, then you're going to own the valley and the side of the hill. The valley's that way, corner of the property another 100 yards this direction. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now we've made it to the extreme southeast corner. Right over there, you'll see some survey flags. So the south end, and you can see the valley gets deeper and wider over there. Pretty much it's been flat. Now that I look back, we came down more than I even thought, but very gentle slope. Now it's going to be a half mile basically back to the road. Quarter mile for this 40, another quarter mile. And then that valley is going to get deeper and widen out like that. We're at the top of the valley. So that's cool. I'll get you a shot over there. Show them that where the flags are there. You need a GPS, I guarantee you that. And so where we were flying the drone was over there, quarter mile. Oh, it's getting dark, honey. We got to get out of here.
Yes, we do. We gotta book it.
Yeah, we got to book it.
No more elk hunting.
No more elk hunting. Now it's coming to the valley again, off the fairly level, and it's widening and steepening. But great hiking area, easy to walk around. If you're not in shape, you will be. There's the road. There's the other side of the valley. I'm going to take us right down into the middle of the valley. The border of the property's actually up on the ridge, but I want to see the valley. Well, now we're in the bottom of the valley here, and there's some nice level pastures out here. And then you have that incline going there, but you see it widens up. Now, 50 yards back there, it was much flatter, like a bowl through here. I guess we'll go down and cut that corner right there. We're on the northeast 40 of these 160s. Wow. Now it's perfectly quiet. The suns went down. And it got cooler, but you know what? Now there's like no breeze. I put some gloves on, that helped down a little bit, but magnificent trees all around here. And then this is the dead center, so when it does rain, you could make a little coffer dam. And that would, making a coffer dam, that's how those ponds are for the cattle. But it'd save them some water, save you some water. All right, where we go? So, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We've got one surveyor post right there, probably with a GPS. A flag here, but original rebar down in those rocks right there. So
Yeah. All it takes is a $100 GPS or program your iPhone, and you can hike every point here. So now, our Jeep is a quarter mile to the middle one. Awesome. And then there's a fake lock gate, and the past owner's got no trespassing, but when you buy it, you own it. So it goes from right here, cuts across the valley, up to the white poles we showed you. Then a half mile back, Wow, we spent 3 days here. And we only seen probably 5%, 10% of the land, but just in the nick of time, too. All right, we'll see you back on TV at the auction. Better not miss this one. Oh, we gotta find the Jeep. It's getting dark. Now, the property's running right along the edge of the road here. And then when it curves right here, it's actually on the property.